Hello, everybody. It is Saturday, and I know what you're thinking. Zach, what in the world are you doing here on Saturday? Well, you've seen the thumbnail, and you will see that this Saturday is brought to you by the letter S for Saturday and also for Sensei Domino 15, my good buddy Tony. Not only did I get a giveaway win from him, but in a separate thing, my very first channel Christmas card from Sensei Domino himself. Wishing you all, and I've been seeing a lot of his cards going around, and wow, did he. So let's just read the card. Zach, I hope you and your family have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. Your friend Tony, Sensei Domino 15. Man, I very much appreciate you. That is awesome. I got me my first ever channel Christmas card, and I think the third or fourth Christmas card I've received in general, but this one takes the cake because Sensei Domino provided one of the more rare things that I've ever seen in my life, the Hines Ward rookie card wearing the number 15 jersey, because as we all know, he was number 86 forever and ever. But that is, Tony, thank you, man. That is amazing, and I weirdly started a collection of the number 15 adorned Hines Ward. This is lucky number 3 of them. So that's friggin' awesome and a beautiful start. I'm going to leave the card up here because that is incredibly cool as well. But also, actually today I was out. Went to the P.O. box, and inside sadly was an RTS that you'll see on Tuesday, but also a key to the bigger lockers because Mongo box unfortunately wouldn't fit in my tiny little P.O. box, but this is, we're going to start off with the note, and can we just take a moment and acknowledge the fact that they're actually making top loaders for the tobacco-sized cards and for all cards in general. I think that is just freaking stellar to begin with. But let us see, and this was for his 300 subscriber giveaway. Congrats to him, and well on his way to 400. Link to him obviously down below. Make sure to go check him out because Tony, I think, has possibly one of the top 3 collections in all of the YouTube realm that I've come across so far. Recently, before I read this, I'm just going to... Actually, I'll read this and then I'll open it up while I ramble. Hey, Zach, congratulations on winning my 300 subscriber giveaway. Here is your prize, the 1938 Players Film Stars 3rd Series Complete Set Plus Extras. Dude, I added in a couple Steelers cards. I hope you'll enjoy. Absolutely will, even if... Wow. Thank you so much for all your support, my friend. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, your friend, Tony. Tony, you as well, man. First off, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and a big thank you. Now, as I said, and as you're going to see from what I begin to pull out of this, the collection that Tony has is unbelievable. And there are so many things that I've never even heard of, let alone ever seen. He just recently had... I think it was from the late 50s. It was an uncut sheet of old school Japanese baseball players. One of the most fascinating things I've ever seen. And one of the most giant top loaders I've ever seen. Make sure to go check it out. But in here we got all kinds of little extras. We'll do that. And then I cannot wait to look at these film stars. Bo knows how great he is. And he rightfully should have because Bo Jackson was the man. Sir Charles... Good old Sir Charles. Great player, and an interesting character to... Hey! Oddly enough, Brad Davis signed. Look at that. Weirdly enough, I was just about to send to him, actually. How cool is that? Wow. That goes up there. That is awesome. Ooh, what are you? I have never seen... Is that? My God, it is. That's the Immaculate Reception. Yes, that is the Immaculate Reception because you had can't remember who 89 was for the Steelers at that time. It wasn't Randy Grossman yet, I don't think. Or did he wear a different number? I can't recall, and I'm trying. It's Mick something, but I cannot remember. But right here you see, I think it was Jack Tatum for the old Oakland Raiders that laid the hurt on number 33, that is John Frenchie Fuqua. And then you can see up in the back Franco Harris in motion coming up to get what would ultimately, and then you can see him down here, snags the ball. The Immaculate Reception is one of those. I think my parents are the only two people in Pittsburgh of that age that freely admitted they were not at that game. Because it's weird. It's one of those you can ask, and like 150,000 people will say they were at that game when the stadium only held, I think, 70. There we go. The original TB12 and the only TB12. Mr. Bradshaw on the 78. My word, look at that cage. That is a cage right there. Wow. And now, I always get it right. I've heard a lot of my my Canadian pals talking about Oshawa. Is it Oshawa? Oshawa or Oshawa? Well, we got the Generals, and this is Jason Arnott on the Generals. I love those old, would that be CHL? Or, what was it? Oshawa? OHL. OHL. Cards, and inside, look at you. We've got, and this is one of the bigger Bowmans. Look at that, see? Here, case in point. Top loaders of different sizes for different cards, because you had Bowman and I think 89 and 90 that were just a hair bigger. And that is a pretty looking Nolan Ryan. And that's just the extras. Haven't even got into it, and I am having a blast. 1938. It's just amazing. Here we go. We're going to get into these, and first off, again, thank you to Sensei Domino, but props to these tiny, beautiful little top loaders. These are incredible. Now, and this is what I'm talking about. Just bear with me. To see the absolute eclectic nature of Tony's collection and the amazing things within. Now, again, this is 1938 Players, Film Stars 3rd Series Complete Set. And one, I think it's amazing that for 19th... Oh, look, it even has little tiny sleeves, too. Oh, this is adorable. The fact of the matter is, these are... Oh, what would that be? Okay, come on, math. It's 2022, 1938. So, 1932... Yeah, so these are old. My math is just god-awful. So it would be 86 years old at this point, 84 years old at this point, and they look in absolutely incredible shape. Now, Maureen O'Sullivan I've heard of. Eleanor Powell, Luis Rainier, Basil Rathbone, know him. Believe he played Sherlock Holmes in quite a few British films. Renee Ray, Shirley Ross. I'm not sure who these are, but like on the back they have... Oh, there's Studios, Paramount, Associated British, okay. Basil Rathbone, Warner First Round. Born in 1892 in Johannesburg, South Africa. Man, that is... latest films, Tovarich and The Adventures of Robin Hood. Okay, I do remember him there, but I'm almost positive that later, since this was 1938, I don't think he played Sherlock Holmes, maybe until the 50s. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but continuing on, these are... And this is just like extra cool because now, for the rest of the day, possibly the rest of the weekend, I'm just going to be looking at these and figuring out just who they were. Jeanette MacDonald, Barry McKay, trying to see... Frederick March, that name rings a bell, and why does it ring a bell? Frederick March, 1897... The Dummy, The Buccaneer. I may have seen him in something. Raymond Massey, name I actually... Oops. Oh, it caught it. Sorry, Jeanette, you're okay. Ray Milland, name I know. Mary Morris, not familiar with that one. Paul Mooney. And was it Merle Oberon? Again, a lot of these people I have never heard of, but there are some names that I am familiar with because I do like old movies, and actually we can have a little talk about that. Hot take, there are a lot of those classic movies that everybody swears that you have to see, and I found a lot of them boring. I mean, it's the same with all those books, all the 50 books you have to read before you die. Well, says who? I've tried to read James Joyce's Ulysses, and nah, can't do it. Can't do that. Can't do the Leather Stocking Tales, aka what was that one? The Last of the Mohicans. Fantastic movie. I've never read the book. I've tried. Believe me, I've tried. But some movies I just couldn't get through. Like I found Casablanca. I mean, just a little slow for me. But take it out on me as you will. That's just ye olde opinion. Moving on, Anton Walbrook, Brian Ahern. Look, these are just amazing. June Duprez, Fred Astaire. We all know Fred Astaire. Interesting fact, Fred Astaire related. For those that have seen Charles Boyer, A Clockwork Orange, Anna Churchill. The scene Malcolm McDowell, when they were in the guy's apartment and he began singing the song Singing in the Rain. Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, I believe. Valerie Hobson, John Howard, Alan Jones. Remind me, keep me on track. I will get back to that story. Patrick Knowles, Dick Powell, Vivian Lee, fantastic actress. Margaret Lockwood, fantastic actress. Myrna Loy, fantastic actress. Corinne Lucaire, not sure if I'm familiar with her, but I will be soon. Anyway, he sang Singing in the Rain during that scene because I think, as he put it, it was the only song he knew all the words to. And I find that just incredibly interesting when you get little things. And this is, I cannot get over this set. The fact that it, one, still exists. Two, that it's in such good condition. And three, that Tony would be willing to part with it because this is... Oops, that fell. I'll get it later. I'll fix it in post. These are just absolutely incredible. Like, I'm rambling because I really can't get over or find the proper words as we go through it. And I have actually had people ask me why they call them cigarette cards. I guess they came in the packs of cigarettes. It makes you wonder how many of them are not here anymore. Rosalind Russell, Sir Laurence Olivier, Norma Shearer, that name sounds familiar. Jimmy Stewart, is that the Jimmy Stewart? That's him, Indiana, Pennsylvania. General Jimmy Stewart, by the way. He was a general in the Air Force. Robert Taylor, Franchot Tone, Spencer Tracy, great actor. Was he in Old Man in the Sea? Very good movie. One of his final movies, and actually the first movie I really remember him, Conrad Veidt there, was It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And for anybody that has ever seen that movie, it is amazing. The amount of celebrities they jam-packed into that movie, and Spencer Tracy was the main guy. Our final little thing, Gary Cooper. Ooh, here's the big names. Joan Crawford, Bette Davis, Olivia de Havilland. Who's this? Deanna Durbin. Nelson Eddy, I know that name. Gracie Fields. Errol Flynn, a.k.a. I think he was Robin Hood. And George, was it Formby? I'm sorry. And Errol Flynn. Yes, Robin Hood, the original swashbuckler right there. Tony, I truly can't begin to put into words just how absolutely incredible this is. I mean, seriously. The fact that in my hand, and I'm even going to be a little daring, that in my hand, well, maybe, I am holding a simple piece of cardboard from 1938. Think about the fact that there are, things and structures, things made of metal that were supposed to last that are not around. There are very, very, very few cars still remaining in functional order from 1938 in the year 2022. And the fact of the matter is, these are here. They're still in existence and they are in incredible shape. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. This kind of stuff here. If you want to get a fill of just the stuff that you never knew existed, and up until you see it, nor did you know you needed to know existed. I didn't know these existed until Tony's channel, and now I am incredibly glad I know they exist. Not only for the fact, one, that they're here, but just in general. It really, and that's what he does. He does an amazing job just going through the community. He is just a great guy, a font of knowledge, not a fount, because that would have been fountain, a font of knowledge about many, many, many sports and card related things. A great guy all around, and a guy I'm happy to call a friend of mine. So, link to him down below. Please make sure to check him out, for he is amazing. And he's well on his way to 400 plus, so let's keep him rolling. Absolutely deserves it. You'll see him in streams. And that's going to do it for this Saturday special Sensei Domino 15 Mail Day. And what do you even say? It is incredible. The generosity of people and the things that they collect. It's just a cool window into the lives of other people to see what kind of stuff they like to collect. And this is very cool. So, Tony, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's going to do it for me here. Link to him down below. Please make sure to go check him out. Plus, he's been killing it with the shorts he's been making. It's just great stuff. So make sure to check him out. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow because there's another very special mail day coming up tomorrow.